Louisiana state troopers in critical condition after being shot in the head. See how passerbyers were able to catch the suspect.
Plus, Jimmy Carter says his cancer diagnosis won't slow him down. Find out the former president's plans to stay in the classroom.
And does your iPhone have you trying again and again to get the perfect picture? We'll find out how Apple plans to make them crystal clear. It's all coming your way on this Monday, August 24th, 2015.
Start here, expect more. This is Texas Today on KCEN HD.
And a very good morning to you wherever you are across our viewing area in Central Texas. I'm Chris Radcliffe.
And I'm Amanda Del Castillo.
Okay, Amanda, a lot of kids excited out there this morning. Today, they go back to school. I guess that means for as many that are excited, there's as many depressed as well.
I know, but you know what's always fun? Having all of those new school supplies to kind of break open. My favorite were notebooks on top of everything else, just because, I mean, you get to start a brand new page, a brand new day, a brand new school year.
That is true. And I had that same feeling when I was in school until about Friday.
Then
it was worn off by then, and I was like, oh man, a whole year of this, here we go. Well, what kind of weather are we going to have at the bus stop? Meteorologist Patrick Crawford standing by over at the weather wall. He's got the details as you send your kids out for their first day. All right, they'll come back to us. And we begin this morning near Lake Belton, where crews will resume their search for a possible drowning victim.
It's now been 2 days since a 39-year-old woman first went missing. She was last seen near Lawson's Point off Highway 36 in Moffett. When police arrived, they learned several people were on a boat when the woman jumped off and began to swim toward the shore. They were under the impression she had made it to land until they docked the boat and began searching for her. Texas game wardens spent yesterday searching the lake with sonar devices. The woman was last seen wearing a green, blue, and white one-piece bathing suit. Anyone with information is urged to contact the Bell County Sheriff's Office.
Well, deadly wildfires are still tearing through the drought-stricken West this morning. Over 1 million acres have been torched, along with hundreds of homes. Firefighters from all over the world have stepped in to help conquer the flames. The problem? High temperatures are mixing with extremely dry conditions that have been brought on by years of drought, of course. The good news, this week's forecast calls for cooler, wetter conditions, but crews on the ground say that high winds can turn any condition dangerous at a moment's notice, even for firefighters like the 3 that were tragically killed on Wednesday. And firefighters say that civilian volunteers are now being recruited while experienced firefighters continue to come in from Australia and even New Zealand.
The official sentencing hearing for the Colorado movie theater shooter begins today. James Holmes was found guilty on all counts but was spared the death penalty. During this third and final phase, the judge will formally impose the sentence of life without the possibility of parole. Holmes will also be sentenced on the lesser charges of first-degree attempted murder, second-degree attempted murder, and possession of explosives and incendiary devices. And civilians in Louisiana are being hailed heroes after they caught a man accused of shooting a state trooper in the head. They held the suspect, 54-year-old Kevin Daigle, and helped the critically wounded trooper until police and paramedics arrived. Police say 43-year-old senior trooper Stephen Vincent tried to arrest Daigle, who was suspected of being drunk or on drugs, in southwestern Louisiana Sunday. Vincent was responding to a call of an erratic driver who'd driven his truck into a ditch. Civilians cuffed the suspect with the trooper's handcuffs and gave the trooper first aid. Louisiana State Police say the trooper who was shot suffered severe neurological damage and remains in critical condition.
Jimmy Carter's diagnosis isn't slowing him down anytime soon. The former president taught Sunday school this weekend, just 3 days after radiation treatment for cancer in his brain. Carter spoke to a crowd of about 300 people in his hometown of Plains, Georgia yesterday, updating them on his recent cancer diagnosis. The 90-year-old shared that doctors appear to have gotten all the cancer from his liver, but there are still 4 spots in his brain. The day proved that for Carter, laughter amid a busy schedule seems to be the best medicine.
I know people have been calling this Ferratoga, and now it will be for the next week. It's going to be a great week.
And Carter said his grandson Jason will take over as chairman of the board at the Carter Center come this fall. Well, if your iPhone 6 Plus photos have been coming out blurry, it might not be your fault.
Apple says a small percentage of iPhone 6 Plus devices have a component that could fail, making photos look blurry. The phones that are seeing the most problems were mainly sold between September 2014 and January of this year. Apple set up a serial number checker for customers to find out if their iPhone 6 Plus is affected. To check, just go to apple.com, click on Support, then scroll down to the bottom of the page and click on EyeSight Camera Replacement for iPhone Plus. Apple will replace the EyeSight camera in all affected phones.
All right, do you use the iPhone? You an Android or an iPhoner?
I'm an iPhone user. How about you?
That's typical. I've used Android. Here's the problem. I did BlackBerry for so long where you could actually push the buttons. I went to something that didn't have buttons on it, kicking and screaming. But my wife, my daughters, they're all iPhonies, and here I am as the Android user. I feel like the loser on the outside. But you know what? It works for me. So,
I know. And I mean, everyone's snapping those selfies. You got to have clear selfies, I guess.
No problems with your camera?
No, no problems at all.
All right. I might have to upgrade. We'll see. All right, we'll check it out. All right, Baylor's back in business, and they're starting to see a boom in business. See why some shops say they're following the students' lead. Plus, on the other side of the break, meteorologist Patrick Crawford's checking your weather forecast for this first day of school. Come on back. We're taking you right through the work week. Enjoy it, everybody. Glad you're with us on a Monday morning.